Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of TTRL. That's Tara Talks Ryan Listens. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
You're just okay?
Yeah, I'm like dumb sleepy and I have no idea why.
Aw. Well, if nothing else will wake you up, maybe our neighbors popping fireworks in the background will.
You mean the people who happen to live next door to us?
Yeah, they are not neighborly at all. Mm-mm. They're so annoying. But anyway, happy 4th of July, y'all.
For whatever that's worth.
So I know America is low-key trash most of the time, but I, for one, appreciate the day off. It's kind of like the free square in bingo, you know?
Right.
Holiday, you didn't have to take time off, but you got a little day to just have some barbecue, maybe some family time, or maybe just Netflix and chill.
I mean, I'm not going to go into work if you close the office. So
yeah, I'm perfectly fine celebrating this.
Why not spend this time with family?
Exactly.
Or go
any
somewhere
excuse
cool
to cook out, I'm okay with.
You feel me?
Like, seriously.
Right. PTO.
I grew up with my dad would cook out just all he needed was a reason.
Yep.
So I saw this thing on my timeline, and it was the Michael Scott quote when he was like, I declare bankruptcy, and they're like, that it doesn't work like that. He was like, you can't just say it. He's like, I didn't say it, I declared it. Anyway, so it says July 4th, 1776, and British were like, just saying you're independent doesn't make it true. And then it says Thomas Jefferson, I didn't say it, I declared it. I thought that was funny.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yep. So I hope you all have good plans today. Maybe on your way to a cookout or on your way from a cookout, you're listening to this episode. Just a quick reminder on the cookout etiquette. And we've
covered this so many times, and I feel like y'all should know this, but here's a quick reminder.
Here's the thing. Before we get to ours, I saw like a super long, hilarious list on Facebook.
Let's
just go ahead and get into it. So the first one says, if you came to the last cookout and the dish you brought didn't get ate up, don't ask what to cook this time. That's when you just bring ice.
There you go.
Paper plates, napkins, cutlery. If you bring a bottle, don't take what's left. Only take the chaser home. Okay, I like that.
I dig it.
That's fair. If your kids don't mind or follow orders, they get whooped.
Feel me?
Yep.
Takes a village.
If your kid's bad and can't get whooped, leave them at home.
I agree.
Yep. If you can't play spades, don't play spades. Don't be reneging.
That's me. I'm not going to play spades.
Play.
I'm just not going to play. I didn't learn up until, 2016? Like, officially learn and actually, like, play a full series of games. I'm not interested.
Look, you're going to have to learn one day because you're supposed to be my lifetime spades partner.
But you don't play spades.
I don't because you don't.
Okay, whatever.
I love spades. All right.
Okay.
Number 6. If you don't get told what to bring something anyway. That's true. It's just common courtesy.
The bag of chips will suffice.
Number 7. If your car leak oil or any fluids other than AC water, don't park in the driveway. Oh, I used to hate when people do that at my grandma's house. I'm like, really? In the driveway?
It's all in my driveway. Now I got to sit here and try to figure out how to clean this up. For the record, I hear Coca-Cola works on that type of stuff.
Oh, well, we always use kitty litter.
Or that.
Let's see. If they say bring something to drink, they don't mean non-alcoholic. That is so true.
Right. If I say bring something to drink, I mean bring something to drink.
Yeah, or at least ask to clarify.
Right.
If it starts at 3, the food won't be done at 3. And that is so
accurate. You ain't eating until about 4:30.
So accurate. If you're single and looking, ask who your target is before you holla. Some folks are already spoken for.
Yep.
That's real.
Yeah.
Wearing red, white, and blue doesn't mean you support 45. Dress festive. I love that one.
Man, I was either gonna wear all black, with my cap jersey that I finally got, or my marathon shirt.
Look, I'm probably gonna try to find something red, white, and blue, but they ain't got nothing to do with 45, and ain't got nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with being festive, like they said.
All right, I might dress like you then.
Don't wrap no to-go plates until the order has been given to take food home.
Yeah, wait.
Let people tell you to take food home.
Do not get embarrassed because people will call you out.
This one says, if you drink a 6-pack, bring a 12-pack.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really good point. If your kids can't be checked, then don't check them in. I guess that to me sounds like the earlier
basically.
one.
Leave them at home.
If you don't disagree with any of these rules, get a sense of Get a sense of humor. I think they meant to say if you don't agree.
Yeah.
Or if you disagree. The party can end at any time per the host. Now that's real.
If he says what y'all about to get into, that means y'all need to get out.
Yep. This one says, no, your kids cannot spend the night with Lil Ray Ray. That's what we always used to do. Mama, can we spend the night? Yep. Having too much fun. You don't want the party to end. If you're not going to come, don't say you're going to come. Ooh, that's real.
Yeah,
because
especially if they expect you to bring something.
Yes, and like people who are bringing stuff are like counting how many people they think are gonna come. Don't bring a +1 with a +1. You barely got invited. You know what? The funny thing is, I definitely am probably about to do that.
Okay,
I'm bringing you. You're my +1, and then like one of our friends who lives it's from California. Obviously, is not going home for the holiday. Might come through with us. But I'm gonna ask.
Why is this the first I'm hearing about it? But okay.
I forgot actually until I forgot.
Terrible.
I just thought of it today. Anyway, I'm gonna get permission. I'm not gonna be rude and just show up with an extra person.
We'll bring an extra something for that person too.
This one says most fireworks start at 9. Be gone so people can clean up and go watch them. That's fair. Please do not bring meat from home. Talking about can you throw it on the grill? I'm definitely about to do that.
Technically, we're going to the store to get it. So
right, but I mean, I wouldn't do that for anybody else. But like, we're going to my cousin's house. He can throw it in the grill. He'll be fine.
I mean, I'm just saying, don't pull nothing out the freezer. Be like, oh yeah, I got some. Like I got some chicken breasts in here.
Yes, I was gonna do that.
Just pull that out the night before and take. Don't do that.
So I will say, in my early 20s, I tried to do that because I was so poor. I was like, let me see what I got that I can contribute, and that chicken was so expired. I was like, y'all don't want this. Just because the grill's still hot doesn't mean it's open.
That's fair.
That's fair. And then the last one says all rules are subject to change depending on the mood of the host.
Big mood.
That's real. I would say my only ones are bring something, don't show up empty-handed, ask the host if they need help or if you can, help them out with anything, and just use the to-go plates and the Tupperware with caution. Wait till people tell you it's okay to take stuff to go.
Yeah.
Like, usually people are like, please take this. We don't want any leftovers. That's when it's like, all right, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah. My only other suggestion to add to that is don't bring the cheap beer and drink the Crown.
That's real.
Like, it doesn't balance out. So don't bring like some wine coolers and then drink out a Ciroc. Don't do that.
People do that.
People do that. And it's like, why?
So, first up on a segment that we're calling What's on My Timeline.
What's on your timeline, though?
I saw this adorable Instagram post of Tina Lawson, a.k.a. Mama Knowles, basically combing through her daughter's hair.
Which daughter?
Beyonce.
Okay, because you got to specify.
I know. And it was hilarious because you could tell that Beyonce was kind of annoyed. But yeah, her caption was inches. So happy my baby's hair grew back. She's going to get me. And I feel like she did because I'm pretty sure she deleted it. But yeah, it's super cute. She just was like showing off her daughter's all natural hair. And I mean, of course, Beyonce wears a lot of
performance hair.
Yeah, performance hair. I like that because I mean, a lot of celebrities do because the lights and
like, let's be honest, who walks around with a 20-inch braided ponytail? Like in real life, who does that?
Right.
So performance hair.
But yeah, just because you have additional hair added doesn't mean you don't have actual hair on your head. Remember when she cut it off after she had blue? Mm-hmm. And people were saying it like ramen noodles and Drunken Love.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, live your life.
Right.
Like, most people after they get married or after they have a kid cut their hair off. Like that's usually a woman's way of just being like, hey, new season in my life, new me.
Yeah. So. I don't think it looked like ramen. Not like Justin Timberlake hair did that one time.
Oh my goodness. Justin with that It's Gonna Be May hair, it was rough. Because his was bleached like I don't know, it just looked weird.
It literally looked like a pack of ramen on his head.
It did. Also congrats to Serena Williams on getting her Wheaties box. Did you see that?
Is that her first Wheaties box?
I think so, because she said...
Why did it take so long?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because she said, I've always dreamt of this. She's only the second black female tennis player to get it.
Do you know who the first was by any chance?
What was I about to say? Caitlyn Jenner. I was skimming the article.
I wish I could have seen the face I just made.
No, Althea Gibson, my cousin, was the first black tennis player. Okay. Not actually my cousin, just family name. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that it took this long, but either way, still super excited for her. If you see it on the shelves, you should get one. So we can just keep it as a collector's item.
I just got to make sure you don't throw it away.
You got like 20 boxes of cereal. You better get that
here's the
one.
deal. Most of them are partial, like basically empty, and I'm finna throw them out because they've been sitting there for a while.
We need to purge the pantry.
I've been meaning to do that, frankly.
So
real quick, can we go back to hair for a second?
Sure.
We're going to talk about that Chris Brown thing that's happening right now. So basically, Chris Brown came under fire for lyrics in a song that he sang on his latest album, Indigo. Basically, I'm gonna substitute some of the words to keep the podcast clean. But basically, he said, "Only want to smash the black chicks with the nice hair." Mm-hmm. So that one line has not everybody. A lot of people up in arms, right?
I don't see what the problem is.
I don't either. Because first of all, he did not specify what nice hair was.
He did not. And he didn't say light skin.
He didn't say light skin.
He said black.
Right. Now, the only thing you could be upset about is the use of the B word, but
is that not Chris Brown?
It's first of all, it's a song. It's a song. Second of all,
but people are mad about the nice hair part, right?
People are mad about the nice hair part. So let's just, move past the B word because people say it all the time.
Yeah.
So we should be desensitized to that now. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying it's like you got so many more people to be mad at.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the hair thing. He didn't specify what nice hair was.
He did not.
So, people just jump to the conclusion immediately. Second of all, if you think your hair is nice, but you got upset about what he said in the song, why? Why did you get upset? Did you feel personally attacked? And if so, why? Why did you feel personally attacked? Because frankly, that's a perfectly legitimate preference.
Yeah.
Because some people's hair just looks a hot mess and makes them look a hot mess and makes them dramatically less sexually attractive. Because that's ultimately what he said. Nice hair on a black chick is sexually attractive. And is that not a fact?
So I think he could possibly mean nice hair as in
she just got her hair
done. Girl,
your
hair looks nice. It looks good. But nice hair or good hair triggers black women because when we were growing up, good hair meant you could run your fingers through it and not get stuck. Good hair.
We got Indian in our family.
Good hair meant, you were probably exotic looking.
My grandmama is 16% Cherokee.
I hate the term exotic. I hate that word exotic. But that's what we grew up with people saying. And good hair, it just, did you watch that Good Hair documentary that Chris Rock did?
I think we watched it together.
We did not watch it together. I watched it way before we got together.
Oh, I think we watched it together because I remember seeing it with you.
Interesting. Well, maybe we rewatched it. Anyway, the point is, if y'all haven't seen that documentary, you should check it out. It's so good. And it has a lot of historical context of, the term good hair. So I know that term probably triggers a lot of black women, but I feel like that documentary came out almost 10 years ago. I feel like at this point we've made so much progress where there are so many different types of hair being celebrated now. So good hair to him could mean you rocking the fro. It could mean kinky curly. It could mean straight. It could mean wavy. It could mean permed. It could mean natural. It could mean whatever. In
my opinion, as long as your hair don't look dry and crusty, doesn't matter what length or texture or none of that it is.
Right.
As long as you put some effort into your appearance, like, you know, if you just didn't come out the house looking like who done it and what for, then you're probably fine. Yeah. Probably wasn't talking about you. Now, I don't agree with his response.
Well,
he kind of went off like he always does. But, you know, he could have literally just said, I didn't specify what nice hair was, ...
Yeah, but...
with the shrug emoji. But, you know.
Chris doesn't wait for his...
This is Chris Brown we're talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't wait for a PR person to tell him what the smart response would be.
Nah. Anyway, what you got next? I just wanted to, like, throw that in there for a second.
Yeah, no, I saw that too, and I was... perplexed by it, so I'm glad you brought it up. Lil Nas X came out during Pride Month on the last day of Pride Month.
Out on the last couple days of Pride Month, I think. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
Yeah.
I frankly didn't see that coming. I don't think many people did.
Here's the funny thing. Okay, so he said, I thought I made it obvious, and then you can see like there's like a rainbow.
There's an album art cover.
Yeah, it's very, very not obvious.
It's a bit subliminal.
It is. Then Crystal from The Read said, didn't we all know Little Nas X was gay when he said he used to be a barb? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I remember him saying that, me being like, oh, he must be gay. Like, before I knew who he was, when it was just like, before I'd even listened to the song, and before all the, you know, top charts and all of that, when he was just barely on the scene, somebody mentioned something about him being a barb. And I was like, oh, he must be gay. Like most guys say that they're a Nicki Minaj fan.
Yeah.
Or that they like Nicki Minaj, or they respect her, or, oh yeah, she can rap. Oh yeah, her mixtapes were dope back in the day. Like, most straight men don't say, I'm a barb. Would you agree?
I would agree.
So I remember having that thought immediately, but then just kind of dismissing it because I didn't really know a whole lot about him and totally forgot that was kind of his original claim to fame. And then one of my friends on Facebook said, coming out after you made a fortune, how original, stunning, and brave, LOL. And the thing is, I mean, do you fault him? Look at what happened to Ellen.
Dude is what, 18,
exactly,
19, 20?
He's so young. People can come out whenever they want to come out. I just feel like
business when somebody decides to come out.
Exactly. You could live your whole life and not come out. Look at Behind the Candelabra. That's my movie about I was about to say Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, you were.
Liberace.
Okay. Look at Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner made a fortune.
And then came out
as a whole woman.
It's trans, yes.
Yeah,
so you know, people can
do it on their own time.
The funny thing is, someone really close to me may or may not be gay, and I was discussing with my sister, and this was years ago, and I was just saying, man, I just wish they would tell me. And she was like, why? Do you talk to her about your love life? And I was like, no, of course not. Like, you know, and so it just really, that was my big wake up call several years ago, to just be like, people don't owe to come out to you.
Yeah.
Especially celebrities. Like, they could live their whole life in secret if they really wanted to, because
like, people forget that celebrities are humans.
People forget that your sexuality is your business.
Your business.
Whatever you do behind closed doors is not your is not my business.
It has nothing to do with
now,
anybody else.
I feel honored when friends do approach me and share that piece of themselves with me.
That's always a cool thing.
That is like, that makes me always feel super special, because I feel like that's a genuine connection. But they don't owe that to you.
Very true.
I kind of feel like, Lil Nas X, live your life. Congrats
on all your success.
Indeed.
And the horses in the back with the horse tag attached.
Last week we talked, was that last week or week before? Anyway, recently we talked about my girl Megan.
We've been going through so many episodes, and I have it was definitely last week. Okay. Because I was going to say, I can't keep up anymore.
I know. People are always like, was that last week? I'm like, I don't remember.
Like some of our friends come up and talk to us about the episode. I don't remember what I said this week versus last week versus 3 weeks ago. It's kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Because we still got regular jobs too.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
But the point is, my girl Megan, I don't do sports, right?
You don't.
But I'm so intrigued by this just because I just love her energy and her spirit.
I need your energy. Carry on.
So I really am super excited. I don't know anything about sports to know like when this is over. I know about FIFA because we be playing FIFA.
You know about the World Cup because we be playing FIFA.
Right. But like, yeah, now I want to play with her. I
might have to download the latest version of it. But yeah, we can definitely do that.
Yeah. But anyway, so GQ published an article recently that basically said the dominant U.S. women's national team deserved to be paid like it, which is so accurate. Because like I said, I don't know anything about sports, but all I do know is something in this article says that women can earn a maximum of $99,000 for winning 20 friendlies in a year. I don't know what a friendly is.
A friendly is just a match that doesn't involve a specific level of advancement into or contingency to like a championship or anything specific like that. So like, for example, when we play FIFA and let's say I get Brazil and then you get New York. They're in two different like technically leagues.
Okay, gotcha.
So it doesn't really matter. They're not playing for anything specific. They're not like in the same league where they can compete for like a playoff championship or anything like that.
Okay, so women can earn a maximum of
in other words, exhibition
of $99,000 for winning 20 friendlies in a year. Men can earn an average of $260,000 for the same thing. So even if men lost every one of their matches, they'd still make $100,000.
That's crazy.
And that just kind of stuck out to me because remember when we watched that movie about
the tennis player?
Yes. What's my girl?
It's not Bobby Brooks. That's the dude.
Right.
But dang.
I know that's really Billie Jean.
Billie Jean. I was like, I knew it was something that could also be a guy name.
It is.
Yeah.
Billie Jean King. Billie Jean King, which was Steve Carell versus Emma Stone in the actual movie. But yeah, that just reminded me of Billie Jean King really standing up and for women's rights and just trying to make sure that they were paid equally when they were just as talented. And so I just like think it's sad, you know, that happened. I think that was in the 60s or 70s, and women are still fighting for that. And I mean, that's just definitely in every arena, every type of sport. Look at the NBA and the WNBA. I remember when I was a little girl, obviously I wasn't into sports, but I just still remember being so proud of, you know, being alive when the WNBA was formed and being like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I want to be Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops. And then I was just like, what happened? What happened?
You ain't feel like going outside?
No, not me personally, but I was just like, you know, women in general, you know, can do anything that men can do.
True.
And some things that y'all can't, like give birth.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm super excited for them. And again, even though I'm not a huge fan of America right now, I'm rooting for them to win.
Yeah, like the overall appearance of America right now is quite embarrassing. But things like this, I'm rooting for. So
absolutely. The last thing on my timeline, did you know that the Little Mermaid is about to be black?
I totally just saw that and I'm all for it.
So as we all know, Disney is doing basically all of our favorite movies from our childhood. They're making live action versions. So far they've done The Jungle Book, they've done Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, What else?
Lion King's on the way.
Yeah, Lion King's about to come out. I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting.
Probably.
Point is, they're redoing them all, and I am here for it. Reliving my childhood. I want to go back and see Aladdin again. It was so good.
It was.
So the live action version of The Little Mermaid, which was one of my favorites. I would say Aladdin and Little Mermaid and The Lion King were like neck and neck. It was like a 3-way tie for my favorite Disney movies growing up. And The Little Mermaid is going to be Halle BAILEY of Chloe and Halle as Ariel.
That's dope. But can I confess something real quick? For a second, I read it wrong, and I was like, "Why
Halle
is Halle Berry playing the Little Mermaid?" Oh,
that
Bailey.
is
Okay,
so
cool. Yes.
funny. I bet you a lot of people did that.
I can't be the only one, right? Like I had to look at the picture. I'm like, "Oh no, that's Halle Bailey." Okay, we're good.
That is so funny. So the
not that Halle Berry couldn't. It's just it doesn't seem like I don't know.
You weren't the only one. Like literally, if you Google it, everybody thought it was Halle Berry.
That's hilarious.
Which I mean, and then I saw something that said Halle Berry congratulated Halle Bailey on it, because I bet you a bunch of people were just congratulating her.
Because I was literally just scrolling, and when you scrolling and you kind of catch a glimpse of something, and you
your
stop
brain
scrolling,
automatically switches
their
it.
word association.
Yeah, like no shade to Halle Berry, she's 52.
I don't think
so.
that
Probably
would be
too old to be the Little
want
Mermaid.
To do.
But Halle Berry can do whatever she wants. She still looks amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
I think a lot of people are going to be upset, and by people I mean white people.
Yeah, they already are.
Because they can cast white people as obviously Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, or Black roles. But the minute we try to reimagine something that's not even based on a real person,
right,
or a real location, that's a problem. I seriously want to see a Black Harry Potter. Like, did you see the Black Harry Potter like memes that were going around a couple years ago? The casting was spot on, and I want to see it.
I remember that now. Yeah,
now I can't unsee it. I need that to happen. So somebody please make that happen. I don't even need all 8 movies.
If it's like the first or
no, not the first one. One of the middle ones.
Okay, that's fine.
Because the first one was very juvenile. Like it's good. It's a classic, but. Okay, I need one of the middle ones.
Dig it. That's how I feel about the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah,
because it's like that first one. Looking back at a movie that came out in 2001, it is so corny. Like what they had on, the way they were dressed, the cars, they evolved so very well.
I saw a post yesterday that was talking about the animation between Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 4. And they were like, how did we not notice how bad this was? Because it was good back then.
Right.
That was good to us.
Like, if you look at the first season of Rugrats versus the last season of Rugrats.
Yes, it's
or
so
SpongeBob,
obvious.
or even Family Guy.
Yep.
Pretty much any cartoon. Look at the first season and the most recent season.
Even The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, too, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I mean,
like
obviously.
Season 3 is another story compared to season 1.
Obviously, you expect stuff to get better with time, but yeah. Special effects in Harry Potter got like 1 billion times better from the first one to the last one.
Even the background music in the first Fast and Furious was terrible. It was like all corny techno music.
Yeah.
Which was even then in 2001 outdated.
Here's the thing though. I went to see the first one in theaters and got my life. I loved it. But I was also 12?
Yeah. In 2000, yeah. The first one I saw in the theaters was, believe it or not, was Tokyo Drift. Like, I didn't really get into it till like way later.
Which is so ironic that I saw the very first one in theaters as soon as it came out, and you're the one that's the big fan.
And the only reason I even saw that one in theaters is because my the kid that lived next door to me when we were in high school, he was like, "Hey, I'm going to see Fast and Furious." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll see you later." He's like, "You want to come with me?" I was like, "Let me ask my mama." Surprisingly, my mom says, "Yeah, go ahead." I was like, "What?" I thought she was going to say no. All right, fine, I'll go. Ended up enjoying the movie. And then, after that, it was like, I need to go back and watch the first 2. And they were like, it's kind of 2 different stories. You don't really need to. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, I didn't really get into it till the 4th one came out.
I didn't get back into it until the sixth one, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's 8, right?
There's 8. Technically 8 if you count. It's gonna be 9 if you count the one that's about to come out.
Well, yeah, but
it's
there's 8
just
that
it's
we've
technically
seen.
not a Fast and Furious movie.
Okay.
It's the same story, characters, just not. It's not Fast 9, basically.
Yeah. But anywho, back to Ariel. I can't wait to see who plays Ursula. I've been seeing a lot of people say that Lizzo should be Ursula, and I would absolutely love that.
Yeah, that would be dope.
So, who else do you think would be a good Ursula? I heard people say Queen Latifah.
That was the next thing I was gonna say. What's
Ursula has to be black. I'm sorry, and not just because Ariel's black, but because in my brain, even in the cartoon, I know she was gray or purple or whatever. She was black.
Yeah. Dang, what's her name? The one that they always mistake for the same person, but it's nice 2 different people. Crap. What is it? It was a meme that was like, it's 2 black women who everybody thought was the same person.
Oh, Kim Whitfield.
Yeah, Kim. Not Whitfield, is it? Kim. Dang. This is embarrassing.
It is because
is
she's
it Kim
a
Fields?
staple.
No, not Kim Fields.
Not Kim Fields.
No,
not Kim Whitfield. Dang, what is her name?
Dang. I can't even think what either one of them play in right now. That's the worst part.
It's the mom from Sister.
Jack A.
Yeah, Jack A. Harris, and everybody confused her, Harry, with Kim
Whitley. Whitley. You said Whitfield.
Oh, Kim Whitley.
Yeah, so it could be Jack A. Is where I was going with that. Like, I'm so embarrassed because I couldn't think of that. Because I've been saying 227. I've been talking about on this podcast 227 is one of my favorite shows, and I couldn't think of it.
I mean, but it's just one of those.
I knew I had Kim right, but anyway, carry on.
So, the lobster got to be black too.
That needs to be.
Her daddy can be light skinned.
Yeah. The lobster.
Actually, just make them all black. Come on, give us something. But no, seriously, I'm excited to see The Little Mermaid. I'm even more excited to see The Lion King because it's coming out soon. Did you see those pictures of Beyonce and the lion, and then I guess the rest of the cast?
Yeah, facing their characters in like a dramatic lit.
Did you see the one of Jay-Z? They got Beyonce with Nala the lion, and then they got Jay-Z with a camel.
You gotta post that so we can see.
That's cold-blooded.
It really is.
I mean, I laughed. I chuckled quite a bit. So yes, shout out to Disney for giving us all the live action, and can't wait until they give us that streaming app so that we can give them all of our money and watch all this stuff for real. Yeah. That's all I have for On My Timeline. What you got for obscure news?
All right, so I just got one quite hilarious story that I'm sure everybody's caught a bite of by now. Just gonna read the headline real quick, then I'll go into it. Real life Florida hamburglar cooks himself dinner after breaking into Wendy's.
So, of course it's Florida. Like, can we just go ahead and... I just sometimes feel like we need to just chop Florida off. Just lit away.
Nah, Florida needs to be a Netflix series called Florida Man.
Yes. Yes.
So, Florida has its own real life hamburglar.
Remember the hamburglar?
Vaguely.
I remember all the little McDonald's characters.
Like, I thought they were all on the TV show together. So I was like, I don't know why. They were just mascots. I didn't realize that till I was like probably 10. But yeah.
But so here's the thing. He's robbing Wendy's. And then he's like, you know what I want? Some food.
I'm gonna go up in here and make me a hamburger.
But the fact that he cooked it himself, not like, give me a burger.
Right. He went in there and cooked it himself before stealing the safe. So he literally broke into a restaurant, made a burger, and then left with the safe.
I mean,
34-year-old guy used bricks or large rocks to force his way into Two different restaurants. Okay. Jensen Beach, wherever that is. One of them was a Wendy's. Fired up the grill and cooked a hamburger before stealing the safe. So, was McDonald's not open?
You don't like Wendy's?
I mean, I'm saying he could have went and bought a burger after he stole the safe is what I'm saying. He could have went and bought one before he committed the robberies. Or the burglaries, rather. Did you have to, like, stop and leave all that evidence cooking a burger? I'm just saying, this is like, if I'm breaking into a restaurant to steal the safe, I'm going for the safe and I'm leaving. I don't know nothing about robbing places, but it just seems like making a burger would be out. Right. It seems like get in and get out would be the way to go.
I agree.
Not
or grab something off the line.
I mean,
at the very least,
something like
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like just I'm gonna make a whole burger and leave evidence because if you
and
take
you know
the
he
safe,
had lettuce, tomato,
right? Yeah,
mustard.
Like because then you got to go find all the stuff because it's all refrigerated properly, hopefully. But then again, it says Florida. We don't know. So yeah, attempted burglary.
I wonder if he got fries.
He probably. Now, if he went and got fries, he deserved to be caught. Well, first of all, he deserved to be caught for doing it in the first place.
First of all, I would have got fries instead of the burger.
Right.
All you gotta do is scoop.
But whatever. I don't know how. I've never worked in a fast food restaurant, so I don't know how easy all this stuff is to access. But I just feel like if you break into a restaurant to take the safe, don't stop and make a sandwich. That's like what was that Friday After Next where Santa Claus broke in and was making a sandwich.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Friday After Next. Not today and not tomorrow, but at some point we have got to watch Friday After Next, and
yeah, because they're not even on Netflix anymore. Friday, next Friday, and Friday After Next.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I said it like that.
They're not on Netflix anymore, but yeah, I definitely got the DVDs around here. So wait, do I have the DVDs?
You got them somewhere.
I got them somewhere. I'm not gonna say how I got them, but But yeah, so
Hamburglar.
Let me read the Martin County Sheriff's Office tweet. Snack and pack, or Facebook post rather. Snack and pack burglar breaking into local restaurants and leaving hundreds of dollars in damage behind. Starts his weekend at the drive-thru of the Martin County Jail. How clever. Corny. The burglar captured on video making himself a late night snack before rolling out with the restaurant safe.
Even
and has been identified and arrested.
What is their motto? Eat great, even late?
Yeah. Is that Wendy's? Yeah. But again, this must have been like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that. For all up on camera, making a burger.
Yeah.
Dude just ain't got no mask on or nothing.
Right. At least put a mask on. People getting cocky. They getting bold.
Listen to Future too much. Talking about some mask off.
Oh my goodness.
He's running there with a hat and some sunglasses, backwards camo hat and some sunglasses on the cap, and a tank top, wife beater looking shirt. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand why you would stop and make food.
Right.
Cook food into at a restaurant.
Well, if you're stealing money, then you'll have money.
I feel like you got money for food after that.
Yeah.
If you do it properly. In my opinion, this guy wanted to get caught.
Yeah, the type of person that's going to rob something is not really using logic.
Clearly. Because
logic would tell you there are cameras.
Right. I'm trying to see if he was intoxicated or inebriated anyway. I don't see that. It looks like he might have just been sober.
That is sad.
That's the worst part. Yeah. Side note: if y'all hear extra noise in the background, it's because it is the 3rd of July and people are shooting firecrackers really, really loud nearby. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, but whatever.
Oh, I get. Is that all you said?
That's all I had. Yeah, I just had that one.
So,
because I knew we would talk about that a lot. So.
The Hamburglar. So now it's time for our listener letters. We want to thank you for sending us questions, whatever's on your mind. You can just send those to asktttrl@gmail.com. And remember that we love doing this podcast because we want to hear from you. I mean, yes, it is great therapy for us to just sit here and talk and spend time together. But We want to hear what's going on in your world. So if you got some roommate drama, relationship drama, work drama, family drama, whatever it is, or if you just have random questions for us, you can just shoot us a quick email. Again, it's askttrl@gmail.com, askttrl@gmail.com. So,
hey, real quick, what was that last really long letter we got? Did we ever get a response from that?
We have not.
It seems like we got to ask for responses for people to come back with the follow up.
We have not heard a response from, what did we call that person? I don't even remember. But the one that was about the, it was Skunky. Right? Skunky.
Yeah.
We have not heard back from Skunky.
Wait, which episode was that? That was the Juneteenth episode. Yeah, yes. Skunky.
Yeah, so Skunky, we want to hear back from you and know how that's going with your girl. So just shoot us an email, give us a little follow-up, a little quick update.
Because that had me curious. So, yeah.
Yes. But
also, even if you're not asking us a question, feel free to just, comment on all our pictures and stuff. We want to talk to y'all. I know we say we don't like people. But
we do.
When we can control the conversation, like when the conversation can be picked up, when we're ready to pick it up, that's fine. Just drop a line, drop a DM, comment, like my status, whatever.
Yeah, and keep in mind that you can also send us questions through DM if you don't want to.
We get that question a lot too.
Email,
so first question this week, can you send questions to your DMs? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Second question this week.
So this one is which do should or which is better? And this should be fun. This should be fun. Righty or lefty?
Left gang all day, every day. Right-handed people are like a dime a dozen, as they say, which it's probably way cheaper than that. Left-handed people are special. Most of the presidents are left-handed. I'm left-handed. My mama left-handed. Basically, all the real ones are left-handed. Tara?
Wow. Thank you for that introduction. I am right-handed, and I will agree that left-handed people are super cool because they are unique and they are weird and they tend to have like a different type of mentality in my opinion. So funny story, my dad was left-handed when he was in like elementary school, and he had a teacher that forced him to become right-handed.
The teacher wasn't a real one.
Because back then that was literally like that's just what teachers did. So he was kind of ambidextrous, but mostly right-handed, but was originally left-handed. But anyway, I think that's hilarious because that just goes to show that teachers can like squash your whole dreams or your personality or just kind of what's in you. I remember I used to always write my whole name, first, middle, and last, on papers, and I had a teacher that was like, "Don't do that." Why not? Like if you look at
what difference does it make?
Right. What is that doing to you? How does that affect you?
Like I'm writing my nickname or
I'm
something.
putting my name on the paper and the date and the subject. That's what you asked for. Now, if it's my first, now you let Mary Beth and Sue Ellen
and Laura Lee.
I like Laura Lee. Why you gotta call Laura Lee?
I mean, I'm just saying.
But the point is, like, people with two first names are fine, but I couldn't.
I like Laura Lee too.
Especially when you think about now that I'm older, I'm thinking about branding. Like that could have been my brand. Mm-hmm. But yeah, teachers try to stifle you. But here's the thing why I love being right-handed, because life is complicated for left-handed people.
No, it ain't.
It is like the desk.
Right, you go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna explain why it's not.
I have just always heard from left-handed people that like desks are not made for them. Certain things that I take for granted are like designed, like the world is designed for right-handed people. And so that is why I think I prefer being right-handed. I did used to try to switch back and forth when I was little. I tried to force myself to be ambidextrous when I was in GT because I just thought that would make me smarter. I was a weird kid. But yeah, I think that you got to just go with whatever comes natural to you and move on with life.
All right, so according to Wikipedia, approximately 10% of the world population is left-handed, meaning we are indeed special and unique. We do think differently. We operate differently. in most cases, we are the people who come up with solutions to the world's problems. Now, you saying life is harder for left-handed people, I strongly disagree with. Left-handed people are the type of people who take challenges head on and jump over them. Like, left-handed people are the people who don't think outside the box. We tear the box up and think freely. Left-handed people are the people who don't waste time arguing about whether the glass is half full or half empty. We drink it. You feel me? That's what left-handed people do.
So, like, you write from right to left. So, since I'm right-handed, I write from right to left. But if a left-handed person writes from left to right.
I would say you write from right to left. See, right-handed people.
You messed me up.
I ain't do nothing.
You write from left to right. So as a right-handed person, write from left to right. As a left-handed person, if you write from left to right, you're smudging. You're smudging your handwriting.
Solution
on your hand.
Stop buying cheap pens.
That is the solution.
Easy. We're done. Now I will admit spiral notebooks kind of sucks. But aside from that, everything else is fine. I ain't have no problem with the desk. I ain't have no problem with. Now, what I will say,
when we eat out, I have to make sure.
Yeah, you absolutely have to sit on my right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we gonna be bumping elbows. But yeah. Other than that, that's the only real problems I have. What I will say is when I played sports coming up, now I write with my left hand, but I play baseball and I throw with my right hand. And my coach was always like, "Wait, you write with your left hand and you throw with your right?" I was like, "Yeah." Is that not? Everybody else wrote and threw with the same hands. So I tried throwing with my left hand, and believe it or not, it worked. So guess I'm ultimately ambidextrous. I can write with both hands. Frankly, my left-handed handwriting is terrible. My penmanship in general is terrible. But if I write with my right hand, it's equally terrible. So I guess I am kind of ambidextrous. Same thing. I'm a left-handed batter. So it was kind of weird. Everybody was like, "Why are you on the wrong side?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I got this."
Right.
But I tried to bat on the opposite side and it didn't work. I could not do the switch hitting. But other than that, yeah. I did eventually learn I can use a mouse with either hand. I mostly use my left hand, but I can do either. So yeah. I think I won that left-handed game.
Whatever.
Team left. I really want a right-handed drive car to see what that's like. I have to shift the gears with my left hand because that'll probably be my only challenge.
Interesting.
It's like driving a manual right hand drive like a Nissan Skyline, which half of them are technically illegal, or at least in the United States market they're illegal. But anyway, I want to try that.
So since it's almost cookout time,
it is indeed.
The next this or that potato salad. Mustard or mayo?
I would say potato salad or, you know what? I like them both, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna pick mustard. I really do like them both, though.
I do too.
And frankly, that's when I like it because obviously you can't eat everybody potato salad.
Truth.
So if
and
it's
don't be
good,
leaving
it
the
doesn't
potato
matter.
salad out.
Right? Do not leave the potato salad out. Put the potato salad back in the refrigerator. Nobody wants room temperature potato salad. If you do, you will be asked to leave.
So I grew up eating mustard-based potato salad.
I did too.
But as I got older, like in college, I got introduced to Amish potato salad, which I'm pretty sure is mayo-based. And then just all different other types of potato salad. And I'm just kind of as long as it tastes good, I don't really care what the base is. It's just one of those things where I'd rather not know. I personally haven't made potato salad in so long that I don't really have a preference.
My mama potato salad is so fire.
It is. It really is. Your mom's potato salad, low-key, don't even count as potato salad.
It don't. It's just, it counts as wonderful. It counts as amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mom, if you listening, please make us some of that potato salad soon. Don't wait till Christmas or Thanksgiving. Side note. Speaking of mustard versus mayo, one of my aunties, one who you met. So I was a teenager spending the summer at her crib. She had her own business and I was helping her work in the shop and stuff like that. So we go to the store one day. I was like, I'm in the mood for some tuna salad, right? Back then we just called it tuna, because that's the only kind of tuna we ate. We go in and we get the ingredients for the tuna salad, which is tuna, eggs, dill relish, and I picked up the mayonnaise. She's like, "What you about to do with that mayonnaise?" I'm like, "It's for the tuna." She was like, "No, you're supposed to use mustard."
Ew.
I'm like, what? What do you mean you're supposed to use mustard?
Ew.
Yeah, so apparently that's also a thing that I wasn't used to, but it turned out it tasted almost the same.
See, my mom used to use sandwich spread.
Sandwich spread was like,
In
okay,
the
so here's the
tuna.
deal. We didn't actually have mayo when I was growing up. We always had either sandwich spread or Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
So that's what we used, and even that came out fine.
Yeah. Honestly, now I'm so bougie. I use yogurt or vegan mayo.
Okay, yeah. So I generally use vegan mayo. That's one of the things I kind of hung on to after I, disassociated from the vegan community. But that's one of the few things I held on to. Yeah. I that was my first time having it with mustard, and
yeah,
it was fine. I couldn't really taste the difference.
I love mustard, but not in my tuna.
I do absolutely love mustard, but yeah, I think I might try that one day, just see, because it was literally the exact same recipe. But
no thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm going to try it.
Now I'm all about the craisins and green apples and mayo.
That's chicken salad, babe.
I know, but the first time we made it like that, it was tuna. Now we do it with chicken, but it was originally the tuna recipe. Anyway, point is,
no, you're right. Yeah, we did do that.
Enjoy your potato salad and your baked beans and your ribs and your burgers and hot dogs and brats and watermelon.
I got a question.
What?
Baked beans with or without ground meat, or any meat?
With ground meat.
See, when I do it, I like to put ground meat, because depending on who I'm cooking for, I'll either use like ground turkey or ground beef. I usually
use ground turkey.
But then I use chopped up smoked sausage too.
I could live without the sausage.
Oh no, it's so fire if you do it right.
Here's the thing though, like ground meat, mustard, honey, barbecue sauce, brown sugar.
Just tell my whole recipe, why don't you?
Oh, was that your recipe?
It's part of it. There's like 3 things missing, which I doubt you'll say them, because
the point is you got to do more than just open up a can.
Precisely.
Because my dad used to always doctor the beans up.
Yeah, it was one of our colleagues, one of my colleagues who he was like, we went to a function recently where he was supposed to bring beans, but he ended up having a sick kid and didn't show up. Point is, he was like, oh, I didn't know you were supposed to add stuff to the beans. I was like, what? Well, no, I do.
He was just gonna bring beans.
He was gonna open the can and bring the beans.
Oh, I'm glad he didn't bring the beans then, because I thought he had some special bean recipe.
Right, I was like, I got a whole recipe.
I was looking forward to the beans. I was like, see, I thought you were gonna make your beans, but then I saw he was bringing beans, so I was like, okay, let's see what his beans talking about. He was just gonna bring beans.
He was gonna bring beans, yeah. Just open the Bush's baked beans.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Now I will say, Bush's vegetarian baked beans don't need anything else. But if you're bringing beans to a function, 9 times out of 10, you got to doctor it up.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not?
At least re-season it.
Remember poking beans? Oh, Vanderkamp.
Beanie Weenies.
Oh, man.
If you're from the country, you had Beanie Weenies.
Yes. Now, I would eat me some Beanie Weenies. Now, I drew the line at Vienna sausage and Spam.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was feeling nostalgic one day and bought some Vienna sausage. Like, it was a few years ago, but I was just like, I think in college, I started putting them in the microwave and dipping them in mustard.
Ew.
It was amazing. I was like...
That's the weird thing about, like, now being older and healthy. Like, our kids are not going to have memories of, like, the trash food that we ate.
Right. They're not going to have fond memories of Vienna sausage.
We're going to have to try to...
For lunch, and then Pop-Tarts for breakfast.
We're going to have to try to curate...
Not Pop-Tarts, like the knockoff. Generic brand.
Oh,
it was only 3 flavors. Pop-Tart had like 19 flavors. We only had the 3.
Yes, that was the upgrade when you could get the actual right. Pop-Tarts.
And it was only like 30 cents more.
But still, you single mom, you trying to save a buck.
You feel me?
But yeah, we're gonna have to manufacture some cool memories for our kids, because they're gonna grow up with vegan and organic and grass-fed everything.
Right.
So that wraps up our question.
Sliced lunch meat.
Right, not bologna.
Like real, actual cheddar cheese, not
the package,
not the American pasteurized processed cheese food slices.
Oh my goodness, the stuff we ate. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that wraps up our questions and our listener letters for this week. Please send us a question.
Send us a question. Don't matter what it's about. We do like them long, detailed ones where we gotta dig deep into our mentals. to kind of help you with your real life situation. Those are fun. I enjoy those.
Yes.
But at the same time, this was a lively debate.
Yes.
Especially about the left-handed thing.
Yes. Our love life advice for the week. So like y'all know, we are in a relationship. We go together. We just upgraded to engaged a couple months ago. We as fiancés. And so we like to wrap up each episode by leaving you guys with a little advice, whether you ask for it or not. So I hope you appreciate it. My my advice for this week is particularly for those who may be wedding planning, or if you're not at this point, once you get to that point, just remember one thing. And actually, this is what my therapist told me. So my therapist actually did email me back, y'all. Those of y'all who've been listening know she's been kind of ghosting me, and I was taking it personal. I was like, "Hey, girl, what's going on? What did I do?" And I really started to call her out on it because I really need her to know I have abandonment issues. Don't be ghosting me. I'm gonna take it personal. I was like, "Did you move? What happened?" But anyway, she emailed me back, and my therapist told me, remember, even if there is drama at your wedding, which I hope there is none, those of you who are invited, don't even try it. But if your wedding isn't perfect, if something goes wrong, or not exactly how you planned, just at the end of the day, you still get married.
Exactly.
And that's the coolest part about it, is like, all y'all know, all this planning has been fun and exciting, but also hella stressful for us. And we're looking forward to that next step. But regardless of how, it's really just a party. So regardless of how the party goes,
it's a party where we're feeding y'all.
Yes. And y'all get to watch each other say that we love each other.
Right.
Which is going to be odd for a lot of people because we're not really big on PDA.
Nah, it's crazy how it's like, now when it does happen, we don't think twice about it. But then when it does, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, what are y'all doing?" I'm like,
yes,
but we do this. Maybe we don't do this all the time.
Exactly.
Because we literally don't sit by each other when we go out. We be at a brunch or something with the squad, and then we on complete opposite ends of the table. Like, "Y'all all right?" I'm like, "What you mean?" "Oh yeah, I literally see her every morning when I wake up. Yeah. Work at the same place. We drove here together. It's fine. I'll see her in the car on the way back."
Yeah, we're not that couple that has to be all up under each other all the time.
We are not.
But the point is, at the end of the day, regardless of what happens on the day that we get married, we're gonna get married. So that's just something to look forward to be like, hey, regardless of if this happens or that happens and all the little details, if they work out or don't, we get to get married.
Right. The fact is, we don't need all of that. We're doing that because
we want to. Yeah.
So, and as far as the drama thing goes, if you show up to my wedding and you start something, it will immediately be ended. You will immediately, without hesitation, be ejected. You will not get your plate because our food's going to be fire. And that's just going to be it. You had one opportunity. So don't bring it. Be respectful. Respect our other guests. Respect us. Respect us. Respect her. Respect me. Respect us. And respect our other guests. Because everybody else trying to have a good time.
That's all it's about, is celebrating love and life. And
more importantly, respect us. Okay? Because I will disrespect you if you try it. Okay? Because I'm simply not the one. We trying to have a good time. Let everybody else have a good time. Don't be that person.
Indeed. So with that being said, thanks for listening every week. Oh, real quick, I did have somebody recently ask me. Now, granted, this is a relatively significantly old white man who just legitimately is kind of out of the loop in terms of like technology and social media and stuff. And I mentioned that I have a podcast, and he was like, no comment on your podcast, but who would want to listen to a podcast? And I chuckled, indeed, because seriously, if you had asked me 10 to 20 years ago, I would have been like, what? Because the podcast scene just kind of exploded on us. And I will say, for me, I love listening to podcasts. I was able to not even catch up, but check out a couple of my favorite podcasts today. And so finally I'm
so behind on all of them.
I know. I finally got to check out Kadeen and Duval's podcast,
Nice.
Deadass. It's really good.
I bet it is.
I think I only listened to like 2 or 3 episodes today, but it's so good. And I just love their whole perspective of like millennial parenting. It's pretty cool. And then another one of my favorites, Righteous and Ratchet. Kev on stage with Doughboy. He had a really good the episode is titled Kev Feels His Feelings, and it's him kind of talking about how they took one of their sons to counseling because he was just kind of having a hard time with all the traveling that their jobs entail. And I just love that. Can you imagine going to counseling as a child?
I could not.
Like, do you even remember anybody asking like, hey, how did that make you feel?
The closest thing was being sent to the principal's office because of some problems another student was having who I was really good friends with. And they were like, how do you feel he's reacting to whatever behavior? That was the closest thing, and that was just the principal.
Right.
So, no, I couldn't imagine.
I mean, and this is no shade to my parents. They, obviously did the best they could, but I'm just thinking about how different my childhood could have been and how different I could be now if I had started going to counseling as a child versus waiting until I'm in my 20s. But I just think that's so awesome because we grew up in an era of the whole sit back and be quiet and, kids are to be seen and not heard and that whole thing. And,
right.
I'm just glad to see this new era of parenting where we are able to dialogue with children and have a discussion with them and hear them out when they're having feelings. And I don't know. I just really loved it.
Yeah, I agree.
So check it out if you get a chance. But I said all that to say, I hate when people say that.
Yeah.
But I said all that to say thanks to everyone who is listening every week. When someone from a different generation, a different era says, who would want to listen to a podcast? And everyone in that room raised their hand. I love that because that's the world we live in. We're on the go. We're, always got AirPods in and listening to something. And at some point you kind of not really feeling music at the time. You want something more engaging. And so we are flattered to be on that list and to be part of your weekly podcast list, I guess. And keep listening. If you are new to us, go back and check out some of the earlier episodes. And we want to hear from you. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at This Is TTRL so you can stay engaged with us and kind of share your thoughts on the topics that we are discussing. And I hope you have a safe and happy 4th of July.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter individually at THERY_C, as in man, hold up, it's the right C.
And TCAR_examiner.
And again, thank y'all all for listening. Send us more questions, comment on stuff, hit us up just because.
Enjoy your day off.
Enjoy your day off. Do not be that person at the cookout. All right, we gave you the tools. You know what to do. Go have fun.
Peace.
Peace.